Hello, beautiful souls. So I am back. Going to try and make this as short and sweet as possible since my video was 43 minutes long from my 11/11 portal activation experience. So if you haven't seen that, please go check that out. It might be relevant to some stuff that you're going through or prepare you for what might come. Because everyone's experiencing this differently. But again, us sharing our frequency and our energy, our experiences and our stories are going to help others who are still going through it, may not have gone through it yet, or have just gone through it and are freaking out. So, hi, my name is Tanya. Welcome here to my channel. I'm posting 111 days of sharing my frequency and energy, and however that decides to express itself in any way, shape, or form. Probably a couple videos a day because I've got a lot to say. Higher consciousness has a lot to say, and here we go. So if you haven't checked that video out, please go check that out. Take a few minutes, share, like, subscribe, all of the stuff. We want to reach as many people as possible. And again, comment below if you've been experiencing any Ascension symptoms, if you've been experiencing any issues. I'm going to share with some of my personal stuff and what I do. And again, I'm gonna try and keep this as short and sweet as possible, but for me, usually short and sweet is 30 minutes to an hour. So I will do my best. I'm not good with short. I like long informational stuff. So I'm going to reference my journal. So this video is going to be referring to Ascension symptoms you might be experiencing, things in your body. This is what we're going to keep this particular video around. So we are on the other side of the 11/11 portal. You're still in the 11/11 portal. We are experiencing tons of solar flares, flashes, receiving light codes, receiving downloads, receiving activations, receiving upgrades, receiving the expansion. We're receiving all of the stuff, and your body's going to feel this. Your mental body, physical body, spiritual body, emotional body, etheric body, your quantum body, all of it. So over this past year, over the years, I've experienced ascension-like symptoms for sure during different types of alignments, flares, and all of that. But this year for sure, and especially in the last 3 to 6 months. So very guided to kind of express about that. Talk about reactions, my notes here. Talk about body's reactions to what it's been going through. Have a lot of grace, have a lot of grace with yourself. And I've discussed this in other videos, but clearing, it's very strongly recommended that you rest as much as possible. Be still as much as possible and breathe more as much as possible and as deeply as possible. Okay? So physical symptoms, we're just going to ramble some off. We'll see what comes through that I can remember. If I forget any, I will mention them in other messy videos. We're going to remember here in this space, we're being real, we're being authentic, we're being raw, we are being messy, we are being unfiltered. We are here to share our authentic light, frequency, and energy with all those out there, and those that you are meant to resonate with, you will, and those that you are meant to trigger, it's all the way it's supposed to happen. All right, here we go. So your body's going through what I heard this morning is growing pains. Growing pains. And I thought that was a great way to describe kind of what everything might be going on with you, or is going on with you, or has gone with you, or will go on with you, past, present, and future. Right? These videos are timeless. They are meant to reach you exactly when they're meant to reach you per divine timing, and they will reach you exactly when you need them. I will give you the date. It is 11/12/2025, but if you receive this a year later, you are meant to receive that exactly when you were meant to receive it, for your highest and best good. So, and again, if your ego doesn't understand everything, that's fine. It'll resonate with your soul. Okay? And if you watch, you resonate. And if you've already clicked off, you're not in resonance at this point, which is perfectly fine. So growing pains, your body's going through physical growing pains. So on that note, that reminds me to talk about my hip pain. On my left side, I've had a lot of hip pain. I've had a lot of injuries, inflammation. I've had major injuries, psoas, hip flexor, SI, high hamstring. I've had 3 abdominal surgeries. I've had a lot of nerve damage, a lot of scar tissue, so on and so forth. So things are coming up to be cleansed and cleared, but it's also you're feeling your body upgrading, and you will feel physical pain in your body. And old injuries might be coming up. Old surgical spots might be coming up. Being irritated and things like my very high like tonals in my left ear. All right, so have a lot of ease and grace with your body, okay? Nourish your body. Hydration is going to be the biggest thing here. Hydration is the biggest thing, and you can hydrate with water, with salt. Like I said before, not Epsom salt, sorry. You can bathe in Epsom salt. That'll help as well. But Redmond's real salt, Celtic sea salt, Himalayan pink salt, and Baja salt was the salt I couldn't think of the other day. You just put that in your water, in your gallon jugs if you refill it. Do not drink tap water. Please, please, for the love of everybody, don't drink tap water. Unless it's ultra filtered. But even if it's ultra filtered, you need to add minerals back to it. You can either do salt or add mineral drops. The other way is drinking fruit juice, 100% fruit juice without any added sugar. And yes, I'm speaking really fast, so if you can listen, rewind, take notes, okay? And so fruit juice, you can make your own electrolyte drinks using 100% fruit juice. I'll give you a quick recipe: 8 ounces of orange juice, tablespoon of honey. Pick your salt of choice. You can add some water in there. Coconut water is another good one to hydrate. You need to hydrate more than you think you need to hydrate, especially right now, because your body is going through so much. And depending on what stage you're at, you're going to be experiencing different symptoms, okay? But water helps everything flow, right? Electricity, your energy, your frequency. Water is going to help you conduct and move things along and out. And it also help with those detox symptoms that you might be experiencing. So hydrate. Did I say hydrate? We need to hydrate, okay? So your body's going through growing pains. Have a lot of love, compassion, and grace for yourself right now. Rest as much as possible, sleep as much as possible, be still as much as possible when you need to. If you feel like you need to move. If you need to rest. Do not feel guilty about resting, and don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. All right. So another thing that came through is once you are activated, there's no going back. So whatever that means for you, once you are activated, there's no going back to that old version of you. This is the new version of you. Tomorrow is going to be another new version of you. So the old you is gone. Once you are activated, you are now moving forward and continuing to grow and evolve and change, okay? So a lot of things, what I've been through in the last 9 to 12 months is what one might consider the void, the sacred pause, the sacred isolation. So that might resonate with you. When this first started happening, I've had many awakenings over the years, mild ones, I would say. This has been a big one this year. Most of us have. And what I noticed is once I kind of it was triggered, I'm like, I fell into the spiritual ego. So the spiritual ego of wanting everything to happen now. And basically what happened is I've been in a sacred void, sacred pause, sacred isolation, a cocoon state for 9 to 12 months in its own way, shape, and form. It's looked different through this whole time. We're not going to get into that. But when it originally happened, I was going through a major detox and cleanse of my heart chakra, my throat chakra, and all of that. I had a severe lower upper respiratory detox, and it lasted 3 to 4 weeks, and it was this major sacred pause, basically source just trying to sit my ass down and get me out of my spiritual ego and surrender and continuing to learn to surrender. So you might be in that position. You might have been in that position and now you're part of us that are coming out of that, or you just might be entering into your sacred pause. So again, where can I recommend is a lot of grace, ease, compassion, rest, hydration, nourishment. Some other symptoms you might be feeling besides physical pain in the body, again, head pressure, third eye, crown chakra pressure, throat chakra clearing, sinus drainage, mucus, sore throat, teeth issues, eye issues, digestive issues for the solar plexus. You might have some root chakra stuff going on. Pay attention to those. Skin, itchy skin. So I'm going through an itchy skin phase. Is that shedding? So I described it in one of my live videos not too long ago. I got these little bumps over my trunk area. And this happened last year, and I just kind of wrote, I had them on and off for months, and I'm like, my body's clearly going through ascensions and upgrades in different cleansing, clearing, and detoxing, because your body does cleanse and clear and detox on the mental, physical, emotional, spiritual aspect, but it will also show up in your physical body, even if it's in your auric field. And so these little itchy bumps, where I thought they were bites, but they were kind of just in annoying spots. So I'm experiencing those currently on and off, where I've had some really itchy spots. I've dealt with on and off with hives during my ascension and activation, itchy skin, dry ears, itchy ears, again, ringing in the ears, itchy nose, dry eyes, what else? Dry scalp. I've been breaking out my scalp in the last month, is just been majorly broken out, because during this crown chakra expansion and third eye expansion, I've literally had breakouts all over my scalp for over a month now. So those are just your body's purging, okay? Just understand tea tree oil, different things like that, coconut oil, essential oils to help with these as well. You could use binders like activated charcoal and things like that. Just be mindful, do your research. Don't jump into that, and understand using those around supplementation, medications, and herbs and things like that. Okay, herbs can also be very beneficial. Foggy thinking, thank you, Spirit. What else? Like I said, teeth issues, dry mouth, heart palpitations, thank you, anxiety, these are all, and they could be just, hopefully not everyone's experiencing them all at once, but they'll come in different waves and in different phases. Thank you, Spirit, for how they're going to affect you. The other thing that has come across is scapula pain. And this was a new one for me, because I work out, and so I work my back a lot. And so I just attributed to that. But there was times where I was not doing much and just resting, and I was still having scapula pain, and came across last year into this year. I'm recalling a specific channel referring to your etheric wings. So you may be, if you're having a lot of upper back pain, your etheric wings might be coming in. They're an energetic part of your energy body. And also from the video, the way I understood her explain it is you might experience a few different types of I think she experienced 3 or 4 different phases of where different etheric wings, different color and styles of wings. So if you have a seeing eye and you can check in with your physical body, you can say, okay, is this upper back pain? Are my etheric wings coming in? So that might help and resonate with somebody. All right, what else did I write down here? So again, if you haven't yet, go watch the video on my activation experience. This was a very powerful 1111 portal activation. What else? Some signs and synchronicities, or signs and symptoms, about your ascension symptoms. Sleeping is a big one. Whether you're sleeping more, sleeping less, food aversions, the needing and or desire to change foods, release foods, not drinking anymore, cleaning up your nutritional protocol is a big one. Nourishment. So as again, coming from the health and wellness space, nourishment, if you're not nourishing your body and you're fighting against what your body's going through, it's going to be a lot more uncomfortable for you. So you can either make it a lot more uncomfortable for you or mildly uncomfortable for you. Okay. 1416. Okay. I gotta get the kiddo. So again, I wanted to keep this short and sweet as much as possible. So Ascension symptoms, if you're experiencing any of these or any other symptoms, let us know in the comments below, because if we share these, it'll help people understand what they're going through. You're not crazy. If you're going to the doctor and they're not able to diagnose you with anything, all of the stuff, please comment below. If there's anything else you want me to expand on, please let me know. I will do my best to do so. I'm here to help. I'm here to serve. I'm here, to shine my light, my energy and frequency whenever, wherever possible, as are you. So again, thank you for being here, listening to me ramble, speaking really fast. Clearly, this is coming through more as a channel because I'm like going really, really, really fast right now. Anything else that we need to talk about besides aches, pains, joints? Be mindful of injuries. You could injure yourself. So if you are not slowing down, you could end up really, really sick and your body's forcing you to slow down and rest more. The other thing is, if you end up with an injury, your body is, and your soul is trying to slow you down by forcing you, basically taking the rug out from under you, hurt yourself or get a really severe cold or whatever, you're going to be knocked down and taken out at your knees. So again, this ride can be either more uncomfortable or less uncomfortable, but the more you surrender into it and you support your system, the easier it will be. And I'm not saying you're going to go through this without any discomfort, because all change in evolution takes a little discomfort. But again, the question is, what's the level of discomfort you are willing to go through? I wanted to almost say suffer, but that was taken out. But it's, what are you willing to endure or go through? Okay. So for me, I've always made jokes that my physical body would be in a lot more dis-ease or discomfort if I didn't nourish it, hydrate it, move it in a way that felt good, all of this stuff. So the other thing I want to touch on before I go is movement. So if you're called to, I would say don't force yourself, but find 30 minutes a day, 40 minutes a day to move your body in a way that feels good to you. That could look like a gentle walk, a brisk walk. It could look like a jog. It could look like a HIIT cardio session. It could be a rebounding session. It could be sitting on your stability ball and bouncing. It could be a yoga session, a flow session, a meditation, a walking meditation. It could be a light workout. It could be a more intense workout. Follow somebody if you're not able to do it yourself. Find somebody to help you with that, that's going to do it if you're going to work with somebody, make sure that they're doing it in a way that they understand what's going on with you, okay? That they're not going to go in and don't accept help from somebody. I'm trying to get the words out, so give me just a second. Don't accept help from somebody in the industry that's going to beat you up, be brutal, be mean, belittle, that's going to say, you got to do it this way, you got to eat this way to get these results. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you can every day for 30 minutes a day, 40 minutes a day, even if you have to split that up into 5-minute segments, 10-minute segments, 15-minute segments, whatever works for you, and just move your energy and frequency. Dancing, thank you, jumping, shaking. I like rebounding and bouncing on my ball if I'm not walking, if my hip's more problematic. Like I said, just dancing and moving and singing and just undulating, and you'll find that the energy wants to move. Okay, so find what feels good to you in that moment, and it's going to look different every single day. And because I had this massive activation this early this morning and my sleep wasn't good, I still worked out, but I didn't force it. I did a very lightweight, gentle, low intensity 30 to 40 minute workout, and I felt great. Okay. I didn't force it, and I bounced on the ball. I rebounded, did a little bit of lightweight work. Tomorrow is a new day. We'll see what tomorrow feels like. Okay. But honor yourself, ground yourself, hug a tree, bare feet. The weather's getting cold, so the other way is nourishing your body with rooted vegetables, salt baths, Epsom salts, essential oils. Is there anything else we need to talk about, Spirit, real quick? No. So if there's anything I missed and it comes up in the comments, or you want me to go a little deeper, a little slower with, we can do that. So please share, like, subscribe. Again, thank you for sharing this energy and frequency and co-creating and sitting with me and listening to me in my raw, authentic, messy self each and every single day for the next 111 days. And I love you guys. Bye.